Blog Talk Radio.
You are now listening to DC Radio.
Going full throttle, man. Full throttle, man. Going full throttle, man. Full throttle, man. Full throttle, man. Full throttle, man. Going full throttle, man. Full throttle, man. Going full throttle, man. Full throttle, man. Going full throttle, man. Full throttle, man. Full throttle, man. Full throttle, man. Going full throttle, man. Full throttle, man. No, I'm not a killer. 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 You ain't fucking with me. 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 Come on. Going full throttle, man. Full throttle, man. Going full throttle, man. Full throttle, man.
I'm running this like a marathon sprint. You ain't know you dumb as shit. Never know what style I'm coming with. Whichever fit for the punishment. Hold up, let me take a puff. Grab my cup, take a sip. LIWYMI. Life is what you make it, bitch. I'm off of an 8 for that. Pineapple kush from my main connect. Windows up and I'm laying back. Cup in my hand, I stay on that. Fuck with your man, rock with me. You already know what it's about to be. We gon' turn up with a bunch of girls and smoke about a pound of weed. I'm on my Remy shit. Just finished one bottle, we're about to go get me a fit. Yeah, I'm on the lot, I got the flame. I'm rolling cigarettes, the same size as they can. Off the rocker, the club is all packed. He on vodka, I'm on cognac. She on 18, Patron and all that. Rolling blunts, biggest baseball bat. I blow a lot of tree, no rig, high commodity. I'm a weed head and I'm proud to be. Smoking that shit 7th hour piece, so over average. We the baddest, riding through the hood, ID and Valley. Mix that kush with a piece from Cali. Call that blunt my Caesar salad. Nigga, we the status, I'm high class. Operate a blunt like a bypass. Every chick I track got a fat ass, cause fuck the world's my hashtag. My bitches bad. They man bag, I sweat swag, my pants sag. So low to the flow, cause I get dope till I sandbag. So come fuck with me, you know I keep that flame. Rolling cigarillos the same size as they can.
Yeah. DCR motherfucking radio. That's that fuck with me. That's yours truly. Buddha man on the vocals, you know what I mean? That's how we get it in. That's how we do it. You know, nothing but the everyday, you know what I mean? This is motherfucking DCR, the clinic motherfucking radio. This is like our 20th motherfucking episode. This is like a milestone and shit. I feel like we on Seinfeld or some shit. What's good, Lady KD?
What's good? It's your girl, Lady KD. 20th episode. Wow, that's what's up.
Yeah. That shit's monumental and shit. We getting up there. How you been doing this past week?
Pretty good. This heat been tripping, but I've been staying cool, so I haven't been too affected by it. How about you?
Oh shit, I done been in and out. You know what I mean? The crib feel like the North Pole. Outside it feel like the equator. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell to find the medium and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it is what it is. It is what it is. Shit, before all this shit came, it really wasn't even really that fucking cold. We had a couple cold days, but it wasn't really that fucking cold. Really.
Nah, the weather's been like totally In the wintertime, we haven't had no bad winters in a long time, really.
Now, we
I don't even really remember it.
We done had some cold boys, but it ain't really been no real terrible motherfuckers since, like, back when your boy was in office. What's his name? Archer or something. That was a terrible winter. Man, my motherfucker old school was snowed in. Like by the time I woke up, went to work, but they came and got me for work. So by the time I came back from work, man, it was already tons of snow everywhere. Motherfuckers had plowed the streets and plowed my shit in. My shit was stuck for like 2 weeks.
We haven't seen snow like that. I mean, really, remember when we was a kid, and I know it probably seemed way deeper because we were smaller people, but still, remember when the reports used to say snow drifts up to 14 inches and shit like that, where like...
And it was 14 inches.
Yes, and you literally didn't have to build snow to play in. You could just go out and fall in it and be buried to death. So...
But see, the thing now, like I said, over the last few years, we done had it, but that should be like one big-ass major drop or something, and it might stick around for a week or two, but it ain't really been like usual. Like usual, we in the Midwest and shit, so we get snow, we get all that shit. And usually, even if it didn't motherfucking snow, by 11 o'clock, midnight, starting December 25th, it was snowing. So when you woke up in the morning, it was snow on the ground, even if it hadn't snowed prior to Christmas. Now, shit, it might look like motherfucking May outside. You never know.
Oh, wow. Guess what I just saw happen? I'm watching the news. The volume is down, but it's flooding everywhere, right? Speaking of the weather. And I don't know about a lot of people knowing, you cannot drive through water that's like up to your door going fast. And this fool flying through the water, and the car just stalled right out in the middle of the freaking water. People, don't drive through the water fast. If you're going to attempt to go through it, usually it's way deeper after you start going in it anyway. But you got to go slow, because once the engine get wet, it's going to flood out. So you got to go slow enough so that the water does not cover the engine up.
And let me give you a key. The issue is the tailpipe. The tailpipe is where the exhaust come out. If the tailpipe is submerged in water, your car going to stall anyway.
Wow, these people are laughing. They like, everybody it's so funny. People like I'm about to do it, and so they fly in their car through it, and then everybody just busts out laughing like, nope, yours didn't do it either. And they helping everybody, helping to, push the car out. But it's like a game, like people flying through it to see if they can get through it going faster.
Who's going to get the farthest and shit?
Right.
Man, fuck that.
And everybody pushing their cars out. That's kind of cool because they taking it lighthearted, but don't do that if you don't want to have no serious damage to your car. Have to let it dry out for a couple of days.
Hell yeah, that motherfucker like your cell phone when you drop that bitch. You know what I mean? But no,
you have to put your car in some rice.
I'm about to get into some ranting right quick. We was discussing this earlier, and you told me like, no, don't do that. But you know me. Anytime you tell me not to do something, that's like in the back of my head. I'm like, she really want me to do it. She wants me to do it, so she knows she tell me don't do it, I'm going to do it. But no, I just want to stress, and this is for anybody that borrow money, that whatever you do, come on, with the money games. I'm going through issues right now with motherfuckers, you know what I mean? I don't fuck if you listening or not, but I'm going through issues with motherfuckers who owe me money, and typically what people who owe you money like to do is they like to fuck with your emotions so that you get pissed off, so that they can in turn get more pissed off at you and not pay you your money. Come on.
Like it's your fault. Like it's your fault that you mad at them for not paying you your money.
Right. You know what I mean? So people
and
stop that.
That's the game.
You know, I won't answer the phone if I'm very busy or if I'm just don't want to fucking answer the phone. But I'm not going to not answer the phone because I owe you a couple of dollars. I'm going to go ahead and answer the phone and be like, look, bro, I ain't got it, or I told you Wednesday, it's going to be Wednesday. You know what I mean? But all the fucking games, I got customers that ain't paid me. You know what I mean? I want to ride down. I want to go old school. I want to go dope times. You know what I mean? I want to go kick in a nigga door and take my little couple of dollars.
Right.
But it would probably cost more to replace the door than what he even owe me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, why you can't
my daddy used to say, take it out your ass, shit.
Hell yeah, I ain't heard that in a long time, but I'm going to bring that shit back. That's my new song, Take It Out Your Ass, because I am tired of these motherfuckers. Real talk. I'm going to come up with that. That shit going to be on the next show. Why? They going to be like, he wasn't bullshit.
I feel you, though.
Little John
I don't like
on that bitch.
Play on my money.
I'm going to feel like Little John on that bitch because I'm going to be hyped. Take it out your ass.
I want to do the backup for that shit. I want to say some little shit. I don't know what.
You got to be hard, though, KD. You can't come with that. You know, you like to almost get hard, and then right when we just anticipate the hardness, you just, like, bring it down a notch. Like, you know what? All I got to say is for all y'all player-hating people out there, I only got 17 words for y'all, and their words is, your mother should be upset with you because there's no way that you guys should be doing this. Like, no, that show's going to be a whole bunch of motherfuckers and bitches. And, like, oh. You know what I mean? So
I be catching myself. I do. I said that on my stat, too, because lately I've been dealing with, the devil been trying me. He's been trying me because it's like when I was younger, I had this temper, and, you know, I consider myself mature, and I've outgrown the temper or whatever, but it's almost like the devil trying to prove to me, oh, it's still in there. I still make your ass act a fool. And it's just like, no, I'm going to let God handle it. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to be on that tip. But lately, he didn't caught me slipping a little bit, and my temper been kind of like slipping. And I get quiet when my temper slips, believe it or not. It's not really what I say, it's what I don't say, and how I shut down and win.
When you tell us stuff like that, though, you got to at least make up a name or make up a situation. Because even though you don't want to tell us your personal shit, we need to connect with that shit. You tell us,
you're right.
Things going on in my life. We want to hear something like the motherfucking plumber broke the pipe, the motherfucking kitchen like a pool, the baby's crying, my husband won't shut the fuck up, my mother-in-law coming up. We want to hear some shit. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, I'll put it to you like this. I'm sick of people that they call you a friend whenever they need you to be their friend, and you always their friend. You constantly there for them when they need you. But as soon as you need them to be there for you, they not only just drop the ball. It ain't like they just happen to not be able to be there for you. They like totally fucking dish you. You know what I mean?
Okay, so,
and be on some bullshit.
So to connect this with another show we had, so what you're telling me is you have people you can go to when you need to talk, but when you need that backbone physically or whatever the hell it is, like type shit, motherfuckers will shoot the distance. Because remember, we talked about this before. You made it sound all good, like, oh, my life is beautiful. I got a motherfucker. Fuck that like that. Right.
No, it's just that my level of expectations just don't be that high. And it's just like the few times that I let my expectations, that's what I was trying to say on the last show. It ain't that stuff don't never happen. It's just that I constantly remind myself that you can't never fucking count on nobody. So I don't get an opportunity to get disappointed as often. But when I have, it's horrible because I be really, what?
The worst part about that shit is it seems like you can count on motherfuckers that you really don't know that well more than you can people you know. Because people that you don't know that well, they want to keep that. They want to keep that camaraderie. They want to keep that first impression going. They want to keep that, okay, I'm a cool guy, he a cool guy, I could do this, I could do that. But then the people that know you, they want to play you for every little thing. And, I mean, for real, I just ain't into that. You know what I mean? And people will call me a difficult type person and an asshole and all that, but I sway away from shit like that. When you talking shit to me, okay, I'm about to get the fuck away from that. But that don't mean don't come back and holler at me. That just means I don't want to be bothered with that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, what pisses me off is it's like people act stupid. Like, okay, say, for instance, I'm telling you I'm going through something, and I ain't even said what yet, right? Somebody asks you, how you doing? Not good, man. I've just been going through so much, It's just like if it's not one thing, it's another. My back has been going out, and it's like before I could even finish telling anything that's going on with me, a motherfucker ain't got shit but nothing. Like, it's like no support coming, none whatsoever. No listening, no patience, no, wanting to truly hear what's going on, no suggestions, nothing. But the moment they have the exact same type of problems, I'm listening thoroughly. I'm trying to help them find resources. You know what I'm saying? I'm encouraging. I'm praying for them. I'm praying with them. I'm trying, and then I hear things like, you should be a motivational speaker and blah, 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 blah.
You lied to us.
But
you lied to us. You lied to us.
I did not lie to you. I'm trying to tell you about something that just I did not.
Everything you talking about is what what me and Flawless was talking about when you didn't understand it.
You wouldn't let me interject. I kept on trying to tell you the situation, but you wouldn't let me interject because I wasn't being specific enough for you. You wanted me to tell you, like, specific names and shit like that, and I couldn't. Because I didn't want to put nobody on blast like that. And I told you that's what I told you that night.
Man, fuck that. Give me your life. I want your soul. I want everything you got. If it's in you, bring that shit out. I'm trying to tell you, shit, I ain't no fucking Oprah. Oprah gonna let that shit go a little bit. She gonna go like skin deep. I want to go to the motherfucking bone. I want somebody to cry on this bitch. I swear to God, somebody calls in. Let me make you cry.
I ain't gonna be the one crying. I won't be crying on this motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No, I ain't gonna be mean. I ain't gonna be mean. I just want to bring it out of my.
No, I'm saying I'm not even gonna cry emotionally. I'll tell you a story though that'll tell you why I won't cry emotionally. That might make you want to cry. When my mother was in a coma, and the doctors was telling me every day that she wasn't gonna live through the night. I got to a point where, I was pregnant at the time. So, when you're pregnant, you be emotional as hell anyway. And I used to literally not cry in my mother's presence. But when I would go out and walk through Detroit Receiving Hospital all the way through the parking lot at night, man, I'll wait till I get in the car. And I would cry to the point I would throw up. I literally would throw up outside my car door because I would be crying and asking God to give me strength.
You know what?
But when I went in that hospital, I didn't cry.
How's your mother doing now?
She's doing good. My mom is a walking miracle.
All right, let's leave it at that. Because that is not the kind of crying I was talking about. That's some touching, heartwarming shit.
You can't keep on trying to delegate what I can tell you, what I can't tell you. I'm being me. I'm telling you me, and you don't want that shit.
I know. I said I wanted someone to cry on here.
You said cry. You didn't say what kind of cry.
I didn't say I wanted me to cry on here. I said I wanted somebody to cry. I don't like stop this shit. Hold on, that's heartwarming and shit. That's hell no. Like shit. No.
Well, I just was telling you, it's like I got some trials and tribulations I could share, but I'll be trying not to fuck people up, but they will inspire you at the end. It's like my story just be long. That's all.
Yeah,
I don't have drama. I don't really have drama. I don't entertain drama. Drama tries to get in there. Huh?
I want to hear sexual trials and tribulations. You know what I mean?
I ain't got no sexual trials and tribulations. Shit,
whatever. You got,
beautiful.
Hey, you got kids. You got trials and tribulations that divorce.
Well, that's different. But my kids ain't sexual. They got here based on that.
I didn't say it.
Niggas been here for a long ass time now.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to get into this then because I see you trying to go wholesome and that shit is not going down tonight.
I'm not trying to go wholesome, but
I'm about to get into this shit right quick.
What?
I'm trying to bring some shit out, but you don't want me to. And I know that's what I do.
You got to be specific. What you got?
We got callers, but ain't nobody pressing one, so it's like I got to analyze your ass. I got to analyze Lady KD tonight.
I'm on your stage. I'm the guest then. Go ahead. What you want to do?
All right, now check this out. And all y'all coughs, hold up. I'm choking. Air deprivation.
I forgot to make my tea.
Oh, shit. Okay, check this out. Now, I be reading shit on the internet and shit. I be all over, you know what I mean? So, I'm reading this shit. And it was this woman. Oh, actually, I found some shit on the internet, too, that say women do be talking about niggas and sex and all that type of shit with their homegirls while y'all was trying to tell me women don't talk about shit but the motherfucking flowers today.
No. You said that's all we talk about. And we were saying for the most part, no, we don't. And really, for the most part, no, we don't. It ain't saying that we never do, but for the most part, no, we don't. We don't sit up and just talk about...
This motherfucker say y'all talk about y'all orgasms and shit. tell each other about that shit. You know what I mean? The different sensations, all that shit.
That's a very small percentage of our conversation. There is not any time that you're going to walk up in a beauty shop and we're going to all have to shut the fuck up because we was just talking about our orgasms. That shit ain't going to happen. Sorry to disappoint you. But that's not what we talk about.
I like to think that shit. Don't kill my fucking dream.
Okay, let's entertain you then. A lot of times when I go get my hair done, when I'm getting my hair shampooed.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, no.
What do you want me to do?
Hey, I'm just saying, there's women out here that do that shit because I'm looking at a woman that's giving me shit. Okay.
Some women do. And I'm just saying, we all don't, though. And most of us don't on a regular. We do sometimes. You know, all topics across our conversation paths. All topics. Every topic.
Most of y'all nowadays.
But we don't stay stuck on that. That's all I'm saying. We don't talk about that as the majority of our conversation. That's all I'm saying.
Most of y'all nowadays y'all probably don't talk about us because half of y'all talking about y'all don't need one of us. I don't need no man.
And you know what? I do hear that a lot. I do hear that a lot. But I think that's bullshit. I do. I think it's bullshit. Because basically what happens is a woman will not need a nigga until she get one, and then that's all the fuck she doing, and you don't see her no more. So that's why we don't be talking about men that much, is because when women are around each other a lot, it's usually because they're trying to not be thinking about some nigga that's not thinking about them, so we're not talking about y'all. We try not to talk about y'all. Yeah,
that nigga ain't come home last night. I don't want to talk about that nigga.
Right.
Let me ask me how my man is. Fuck you, bitch. Like,
right. She keep on asking me stuff about what we do. She must want to. You know, females, we on a whole different. A lot of us are.
Let's see who this is, KD. Huh? Who this on DCR, the Clinic Radio?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, though? Who this?
This is Dynamite, man. I'm back.
What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. You been
good? Chilling, man. Chilling, dude.
Yeah.
Man, we sitting up here. She trying to tell me they don't never talk about us. I mean, nowadays, I guess women always talk about the other woman so shiesty that they probably don't even want to talk about their man, because you get to talking about, ooh, girl, and he put it on me. And
Listen, let me show you, because I'm a woman. When a woman got something that's going good, a lot of times we don't talk about it when it's going good because we're surrounded by some women who may not be having it so good, and we don't want to look like we just bragging and going on and on about our man. That's number one. Number two, if we single, then we don't want to sit up there talking about no man, especially if we ain't got no man, because, you know, that's the whole point of being with your homegirls. You try not to think about the man. And then if you do have a man who ain't shit and you try not to think about that, then you're not talking about how stupid you being or how long ago you should have left this nigga alone and all this stuff. So, again, you trying not to talk about this. So, for the most part, when you have a whole lot of women around each other, we don't spend a great deal of time talking about y'all because there's so many different variables to what, you know what I'm saying, what exists. And women are so, by nature, catty or jealous or, you know, going through things where everything that they say can be misconstrued as either bragging, boasting, complaining, criticizing, judging, or whatever, that we just kind of don't talk about it as much like that. Now, this one-on-one with you
Hold up. Have you ever acted that you know of catty or jealous or anything like that? And be honest. Don't just hit them with the no, never. But if it's true, then it's true.
I'm so
really
tired of you trying to dictate me with the answer. If you ask me a question,
I'm not trying to dictate you. I mean, look, KD,
I'm gonna be honest.
KD, I want you to be honest, but you switch. You keep going. You keep going. So when I hear something that I want to interject on, I got to jump in because you about to hop to something else. Like, you know what, in my homegirls, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to hit you when you say something right then. You know what I mean? And I was just wondering about that.
I thought you were telling me how to answer it, like yes or no. Like, okay, now what's the question?
The question is, have you, because you said some women or a lot of women, you know, they act catty or they jealous or they, the words that you use, and I was just asking, have you ever, for any reason, did that? And if you did, why?
I ain't never acted
it
out, but I ain't gonna lie, I felt it before. I mean, I would be lying to say I've never felt jealous before. This is one particular female that used to brag all the time, and yeah, it made me feel jealousy, but I didn't act on it. You know what I'm saying? I would just pretty much be like, oh, that's nice. That's really cool. Dang, I wish I had that. I mean, I kind of admit my jealousy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'll admit it, and it'll sometimes come across jokingly or whatever, but I'll be serious like, dang, that's so nice. I wish I could go. You know, I wish we did stuff like that. You know, stuff like that. But, you know, as far as, like, truly having any animosity, no, never. Because I feel like I'd be happy to see people, period, happy. I like to see people happy. But I have had feelings of jealousy before. Like, well, dang, I wish it was like that for me. Or I remember
but you ain't acted out on
like
it,
that. No, I never.
Acted out on it.
Yeah, but
never.
you got that one friend.
Only because God don't like ugly, and I ain't gonna get blessed with what I want if I act on it.
What'd you say, Dynamite?
But don't y'all have a friend that's everything seems too perfect to be true? She's probably lying, probably to make y'all jealous, so she don't want to look bad in front of y'all.
Okay, I could barely hear you. Could you hear him good?
Yeah,
I can hear you, but it's like it's the phone clicking in and out. Like you it's like you talking low, you know. But every time you get a little bit too low, your phone just click out.
What about now?
Yeah, you
okay,
sound better.
That was clear.
Okay.
And what'd you say?
Yeah, but don't y'all always have that friend that's everything seems too perfect to be true? That she probably lying most of the time.
Well, that particular female, you would have thought that she was lying, but she really wasn't. It's just that she was blessed. She was blessed tenfold. She found a good man, and I mean, I don't know. You know, deep down, women would be like, that nigga probably gay, or he probably cheating, or something. You know what I'm saying? It'd be something that it's like, ain't nobody perfect. You know, that little voice will speak to you, but she appeared to be very, truly, honestly happy, and he appeared when he showed up. You know what I'm saying? In our presence, he was so respectful to all the females around. He was respectful to her. You know what I'm saying? He got along with anybody else's, mate. So it was like he was a cool fella. He was a cool cat, like with the dudes and with her. So she just seemed like, you know, they both had decent personalities, and they just seemed like they was a really good couple, and they were doing good. They had a positive energy, so they just did fucking good, you know. It was great.
That's what's up. Check this out. We got another caller online. We about to. Right. I waited like 2 minutes. I had to jump in. We got another caller that wanted to talk. This DCR radio was good. Who is this?
Oh my gosh, again. Oh my
Who is that right there?
That's Sugar.
I don't know who this is. 718.
Who is this? I hear the TV, but I don't hear our caller. Where's our caller at?
It's like, I don't know. It's like a CB or some shit going on. I don't know. Yo, 718.
Somebody knows the one.
Yeah, I just put him on, slap him back on that motherfucker
for a minute or something. I don't know.
You know what I mean? But I was just wondering.
You know what? I noticed too. This is something else I noticed about women when and this is I don't understand, but like of course when you have a new relationship, you spend a lot of time together with your new relationship, but some women like literally drop the fuck off the entire face of the earth when they get a man. When I say completely, there's like absolutely no trace of this woman on the face of the earth. You don't get texts, you don't get calls, you don't see her, she don't miss you. There's no such thing as a girls' night out. There's no ice cream, there's no movies, there's nothing. That right there sucks. I think that, you know, you can't lose yourself when you find a man. A man should be able to love you and realize just like you, both of you have identities with each other as well as apart from each other. And if you had friends before, not to say they're going to get the same amount of time, because, again, you are spending a lot of time with this new, you know, this possibly love of your life. So I understand that. But you can't just totally annihilate your friendships. And then as soon as the nigga dump you, all of a sudden you want to get on the phone like, girl, I have missed you so much. And you know what? I was just like, we should just go shopping. And we should, and I, you know, what? You know what I'm saying?
KD, calm down. You just go. Calm down. I understand you. Women do that. What'd you say, that way?
I mean, I was in a situation like in college, checking up, you know, starting off fresh, throwing it down every night, about 2 hours a night, you know, staying in the bed all day. You know, but sooner or later you need your space.
Right.
If you don't do that, hey, it's gonna get old, you know.
Right.
Once each other in the beginning, you be all right. Everything will be normal. People be suffocating the hell out of each other in the beginning, like and then somebody gonna have a problem because they gonna realize one person is cool with it, but you know that suffocation, and the other person is gonna be like, "Where you going?" As soon as you want to do anything that don't involve them. I mean, like the slightest little thing you want to do by yourself. What you doing? Oh, so is it a problem between us? Why I can't go? Why you know? And that's the insecurity. You got to start things off a little bit more balanced, I think. I just personally think don't start shit. My mom used to say, don't start nothing you can't finish it. So don't start off a relationship in a way that you don't want that relationship to continue. If you don't want to be living up underneath the person 24/7, don't start it off like that. You know what I'm saying? As much as I would love to see you all day, every day, you know it ain't going to be like this forever, so we should start at least trying to, like, you know, put some space in there. You go out with your friends, I go out with my friends. Because somebody going to get on somebody's nerves, and it's just, you know, you're going to need a break, and then it's going to seem all major. You know, somebody going to freak out when it ain't that serious.
Hey, man, hold up. We about to pull out the 30-second buzzer. Hold up. We about to pull out the 30-second buzzer. You going.
Oh, I had caffeine.
Oh, you had that? You had that?
Yeah, I had caffeine.
You drunk your tea?
Yes.
Oh, shit. You going. I'm looking at the timer. Because I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to let KD talk. I'm about to talk. I'm going to let KD talk. And then every time we get to the minute mark, I jump in. She be like, yep, all right, cool. You know what I mean? You going now.
I'm drunk straight like now.
Hey, did you ever see that shit? Damn, what's the name of that shit? Hoodwink. You ever see the movie Hoodwink? It was like animated.
No.
You ever see that?
No.
It was a little squirrel in that motherfucker, and that motherfucker was already fast as hell. My dog gave me some coffee, and he gave some coffee. Man, that nigga was gone. He was like, no. I'm trying to tell you, your ass was gone. What kind of tea you got, man?
Hold on, it's green tea, I know that, but I'm going to tell you, it's, hold on, I'm going to tell you what the brand is. Bailey's.
What you say, Dailies? You drinking liquor.
No, it's called Bentley's, I'm sorry, it's Bentley's green tea.
Oh.
And I had the pomegranate and the blueberry one mixed together.
All right. That shit right there is high in caffeine content. Check this out. Everybody, if you drink that shit, make sure you got a 14-hour job or some shit. That motherfucker gonna have your ass flying around this motherfucker.
But you know what's so funny? I got a caffeine sensitivity, so in about an hour I'm gonna be sleepy as hell. It's gonna knock me the fuck out.
That's what it do. What you say?
All that caffeine stuff, that don't work for me.
Yeah,
that don't work on
you? It'll wake me up for a minute, but then it'll sedate me. It'll actually have the opposite effect on me. Like in an hour, I'm going to be quiet.
You don't fuck with them energy drinks, Dynamite?
Yeah, I take them, but it don't work. 5 hours.
That shit don't work, do it?
No,
hey, the closest thing is the Red Bull.
That stuff make you sleepy.
I took one of them little-ass 5-hour boys, dude, and, I thought I was about to get straight to work, but we had a motherfucking meeting. Man, I'm in the motherfucking meeting about to pass out sleep, but my heart racing like a motherfucker. My heart, boom, 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 and I swear, I'm still about to go to sleep because we ain't working. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's just dangerous, though. It could give you a heart attack.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's what was going to happen.
It could have.
Mm-hmm. But check this out, man. Since I got you on the phone to contrast with Lady KB's opinions on this stuff, I was also reading this shit today, and it was this woman talking about just, you know, a couple of things that if you call yourself about to get into a real relationship, things that you should discuss with your partner. You know what I mean? I just wanted to see what you felt about it and had you did it before and, you know what I mean? Just, you know, do you agree with it and, you know, all that type of shit. Are you open like that, all that? Like, the first one was like, she said, first off rip, if you plan on getting involved with somebody for real, you should discuss y'all sexual history. You know what I mean? That includes diseases. That includes the genders that you've had sex with. You know what I mean? And even possibly get tested together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so, man. If you're going to get into a real relationship, sooner or later, some of that stuff going to come out sooner or later. You don't want to.
It needs to be sooner than later, though.
Yeah, it's going to come. Yeah, you need to go ahead and get it over with. Put all your cards on the table.
Would you go with somebody, either one of y'all, both of y'all? Would y'all go with a partner that you thinking about getting seriously involved with? Would y'all go get tested together?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the more communication, the better on every level. The more you know.
And I'm gonna drop down to one of the last things on her list because it ties into what y'all just said. You know, she was like, be open. Because it's a little different, but it ties in with that. It's like be open and honest about your sexual secrets. Like, you know how a lot of women have been raped and things of that nature and just trauma, abuse, or anything that's happened to you. And she was like, it's not just abuse and trauma, but even wild shit that's happened. Anything just to let your mate know more about you.
Oh, I got some experience with that. When I was in college, I had been with my girlfriend for about 2 years. And all of a sudden, she told me that one day it popped up, you know, the rape. She told me that she got raped, and when she told me who it was this guy that we had been hanging with the whole time.
Oh, that's
I knew the guy.
I know you. Was you really into her?
Yeah.
I know you wanted to kill that nigga.
Oh yeah. I was mad, man. I was mad for a while. We had been hanging around this guy.
That shit would have made me want to kill somebody, even if I wasn't like real. I mean, just to be around someone else's rapist. You know what I'm saying? Period. No matter what, that would have made me want to fuck him up.
Yeah.
Period.
You know what
I'm saying? Being a female, I would want to fuck him up.
You know, at that time back then, I didn't know too much about it.
Right.
You know, like, some females, they don't want to tell because they're embarrassed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They don't want to go to the police. But
what up, Flawless Fortunado? Flawless. It's good. I can't hear you.
I don't hear me, sir.
Here I am. Give me 1 second.
There you go.
Do you be on speaker? He be sound like a CB radio, like a police officer.
Don't he? He sound like it's the end of the world and he the only nigga with a radio. Like, damn, we this communication. We got to make it to it, man.
Be like,
you
break 19, break 19.
Shit. But yeah, so you said, finish what you were saying, or was you done?
Yeah, I was done. And
you know what I mean?
I think before she said that happened, like right when she first got to college too. You know, she didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
So he invited her to a room one night, which that was the first mistake. She really didn't know him too good. And that's when it all happened.
All right, now, do you think that you find that some females, or maybe a lot of females, because, I mean, a whole lot of females have been raped, man, or sexually abused. That shit is crazy as hell. I mean, just really, not even just, you know, some women just say the shit, but that's some bullshit. But a lot of women really have been. That shit is crazy. But do you think that kind of affects them? That affects, like, type of shit that they like to do and willing to do after that, though, don't it?
Oh, yeah. I think it does. But, you know, mentally it does.
You know what I mean? Either they be real, seems like typically they either real clammed up about the situation or they just all out with it, like fuck it. You know what I mean? But it's just typically one or the other.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean?
It either extreme, because I think at on one spectrum, it either makes her feel like she's taking control by going over and out of control, and sometimes by clamming up and becoming like so, shut down, she feels like that's the only way to have control. And it's like, that's why I always encourage like counseling and talking to somebody, whether it's professionally or just period, because a lot of time women, they end up bottling that shit up and literally going through life as if though that's just something they're supposed to handle on their own. And they don't end up handling this shit right, and it just affects it affects the way they raise their daughters sometimes, Yeah. It affects the way that they,
I mean, not necessarily just the women thing, just when people do shit like that. I mean, even when it be the little boys and shit like that and you get sexually abused and shit, I mean, I never have been. So I'm just speaking hypothetically, definitely. You know what I mean? But it would seem like I would have to get that out. That shit would be killing me, eating me up. I would have to get that shit out. I mean, even if it was basically to put that motherfucker behind bars or to see justice or something, I would have to.
Think about it
I don't know
this.
if I could last 15, 20 years like the Kurt Franklin people and shit like that. I'd have to let it out, I would think.
Man, you'll be amazed, but when you're a kid, some adults in your life can make you shut up. And I had a best friend who mother's boyfriend had sodomized her. And when she told her mother, not only did her mother tell her that she was lying because she was jealous and was trying to just, say something horrible to break them up, but her mother started treating her fucked up. And I mean, that to me was like the sickest shit I had ever heard.
Hey, what the fuck is sodomized?
He had anal. He forced himself anally on her and then made her perform oral sex on him afterwards.
Hold on. How old is he?
I don't know. I met her when I was 15, so I think she was about 8 when it happened, or 9. And her mother didn't believe her. Her mother didn't take her side. So her mother didn't get her counseling. And when you're 9 and 8 years old, you don't know, well, I think I need counseling. I think I'm going to find a psychiatrist to speak to. You're a kid. And then you end up being a teenager. Then you end up being a woman before you know it. And that's how people end up with something that deep and dark and haven't had talk to nobody, because it happens when they're at an age that they don't know how to seek help, and they're getting fucked over by the person that they're supposed to be able to confide in it,
I got a story for y'all.
What up, bro?
I know this female, her stepdad from the age of 11 all the way up to college, to the age of 21.
He was sexually
abusing her. But the way he did it, he tried to blackmail. Like, her mom didn't work, so he was like, if you tell your mom, I'm leaving y'all. Y'all
ain't gonna have shit. Y'all ain't gonna have shit.
That's fucked up.
So from the age of 11 all over to 21, she had her brainwashed.
Did she ever speak out?
Yeah. But it was her sister. What gave him away was when he would drive throughout. No, she went to college, so he would drive all the way throughout the way to college and park in the parking lot and wait for her to come out for the weekend, for Friday after class. He would buy a hotel, still have sex with her on the weekend.
Damn.
Hold on, man. Hold the fuck up. Even after she moved out?
Even after school. Yeah.
Now that right there, man, I don't know. That now I gotta look into her mental after the fact. Like, how damaged is this motherfucker?
It's still a family secret.
Wait. What did you say, Mr. Kushingberry? What did you just say?
I said, how damaged is this motherfucker off of the acts that happened in her childhood, that she basically becoming a grown woman now, away from it, and still hop in the car with her? This shit is fucked up.
Okay, now see, this is what I tried to get you to understand. When people are abused, whether it's physically, sexually, or mentally, there is a process that happens where they are broken down. So remember when I was talking about Remember when I was talking to you about?
11.
Yeah. And it's still like a family secret that never got out between her sister, and her mom, and her stepdad. And
so everybody knew, but no one else knew.
Right.
Everybody in the immediate family knew what was going down.
Right.
And that's to me, man. I see stupid shit like that on Steve and shit like that, and I mean, you got to think of it. I understand you a product of your environment, and so if you being raised by a dumb motherfucker, I can't expect you to be the smartest motherfucker. I mean, real talk, but I mean, when I see whole families that's dumb as fuck like that, I mean, when the mama letting the motherfucking kids get raped and shit, and this your man, you don't want this nigga out here fucking another bitch, but you got this nigga in your crib fucking your kids. And you just sitting there like, no, that's not happening. When he just came out that room and put his belt back on, he was just checking to make sure they were sleeping. Something told.
And the only thing that saved her was her sister told.
Somebody had the courage.
Yeah, told her mom. But her mom still didn't do anything about it.
But she already knew.
I think that's what I'm thinking, you know what I'm
saying?
Yeah. They were separated.
Man,
that shit happens every day. It's people, uncles.
Not to that extent. Most times when motherfuckers get out the crib.
To that extent. You just don't know. That's what the whole thing is.
Family secret.
You just don't understand it. That's why people out here are so fucked up. And a lot of people, male and female, that go through that will turn around and become predators themselves because that's all they know. That the person that did to them was probably abused in that very same way, and that's how they learned how to do it. You just because we don't want to see it don't mean it ain't, it don't make it not so.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. That shit just wild as fuck, though. Okay, let's get back to how this, I don't even know how this shit came about, but it was some good shit. But, okay, back to what the woman was saying. Yeah, she was like, when you really about to hit a relationship, certain things that you definitely should talk about with your partner when you really about to get serious. And she was like, your sexual history, y'all agreed, the diseases, if you had sex with the same gender, different gender, you should let it be known. Shit. That's what you did. Because she was like, and it really is true. When you have unprotected sex with somebody, you are having sex with everybody that they had unprotected sex with. You know what I mean? So that's what she was saying, like, that is their business. We was talking about the sexual secret as far as, like, people having sexual trauma or abuse and stuff done to them. That's how we got on that. And she also said you should discuss your fantasies, fetishes, and desires. She said you should discuss that shit because you might not even really be compatible. Y'all might just like each other and want to pop it off, but you know what I mean? You might not even be compatible.
Do what you want to do. Right.
He might want multiple partners. He might want anal and she don't like anal. You know what I mean? She might like to play with toys. Right. He might like to play with toys and whatever. She said the bondage, everything. Like,
I know what the problem is. Dynamite.
Yeah.
Either you are too close to your mic or you have it in your nose.
That ain't him. That's Flawless. Flawless shit been fucked up since he been on. That's why we ain't heard him. Something wrong with his shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's still on there.
Yeah,
because I could hear the breathing, like it sounded like he got his Bluetooth in his nose, and I just thought maybe.
Oh no, I gotta push it talk. That's why I think it's kind of silent. I talk and then it gets real silent. I gotta push talk.
But when he ain't talking, and you hear that?
No, I'm saying like when Dynamite talking, it sounds like he real close to his mic, like real breathy. I can hear the breath in between the words.
Oh, okay.
But when he ain't talking and you hear that static, that's Flawless phone because he's still connected.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said when he not talking, when Dynamite not talking. You know what I mean? When we was hearing that little like that little click and shit like that.
Yeah, I was talking about the breathing.
But, she said about the fantasies and shit. So you agree with that? You agree with, just come clean with this type of shit I really want to do. Even though you know she or he probably going to be like, hell no. Look, this is what I really want to do. You don't know that, though.
You don't know that unless you talk to a person because, see, a lot of times people might just be scared and waiting for somebody to say something. That's why you should just talk about it, because even if they've never done it, they might be open to try it. You ain't gonna find out if you don't say nothing.
Right.
If you with that person, right? When you be willing to do anything to try to satisfy. If
you would think so.
That type of relationship, as long as it's nothing
you would
like,
think so.
against your morals,
But a lot of people like to be like,
I can't hear.
Oh no. A lot of people like to be like, I'm not going to do this, and I don't give a fuck. So no matter who they get with, they not going to do what they not going to do. You know what I mean? So when it comes to the, you want to please your mate, yeah. But some people like, yeah, hey, I please you, baby. I eat your pussy all night, but I ain't licking your asshole flat.
Or they'll be like, I'll please you as long as it's pleasing me, and if it ain't pleasing me, then I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Right.
And that's how some people are. They just self-absorbed.
Like you have to make some type of negotiation. We got to come up with a deal or something.
Or you have to realize you're not compatible.
How do you come up with a deal on anal? How you come up with a deal on anal? Like, okay, I'm going to put the head in. I'm going to put the head in. I ain't going to put the shaft in, just the head, okay?
It ain't no deal. It ain't no deal.
Try one time.
We'll start with the
but that's not gonna really satisfy that person, especially if they like it with you, because now they know what yours feels like. And would it be fair for you to say, but now you can't never do it again? That just seemed like it would make it worse. So I think
life ain't fair. Life ain't fair, and people do shit that ain't fair all the time. And remember, we're not talking about male nor female. We're talking about male and female. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, it's like if it's something that you don't want to do, and you really just dead set against it, I think you should either try it, or you know what I'm saying, say you're not gonna try it, because if you say you're gonna try it and then you hate it, then where does that leave that other person? Is that going to make them want to go elsewhere because it's like, I tried it, but I hated it? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, say you dating the guy. Say you dating the guy, KD, and you don't like giving head, and he love getting head. What's your solution?
Well, the solution would be based on, like, if I loved him, then I would probably learn to like it. You know what I'm saying? But
you have to learn to like it.
Yeah, but if it was something that if it was, say, for instance, some kind of religious or, because some people just won't do shit just flat out. I'm never gonna do that shit ever.
Right. That's
if it's
right.
like that, then I have to tell him, look, I'm never gonna do that shit ever, and then he has to decide whether or not that's something he can do without, because you're not compatible. You see what I'm saying? You're not sexually compatible, and it has to be a lot of honesty on his part, because it's not fair for him to let you be honest with him and then turn around and cheat on you. He needs to be honest and say, oh, baby, I got to have that. I mean, if you can't do that, you can't try.
If I can't get it from you, I got to get it somewhere else.
Right. You need to be honest about that.
Nobody else, but I'm going to get that head.
Right. He needs to be honest about that. But people are not honest about shit, and that's what really fucks everything up. If people realize the honesty, the truth wasn't so bad, because if you think about it, if a dude told you, if you don't do such and such, it's going to make me want to go elsewhere. Now, that will hurt your feelings, but it hurts a whole lot less hearing that than for you to find out after 8 months or 2 years or 6 years
that a woman gonna do, though?
He been doing something behind your back. So he should tell you the truth.
You know what a woman is going to do in that situation, though? Typically?
What?
I say more than 50% of the time what a woman going to do is get defensive, because this man just told her, if you ain't going to give me head, or you ain't going to do what, tickle my balls or whatever the fuck I like, you know what I mean, then I'm going to get my balls tickled somewhere else. Then the first thing her mind is, she on the defensive. Oh, nigga, well, that's the case, motherfucker, and you just in that. You know what I mean? It might even be a thought later on that night or in the next couple of days about, well, damn, maybe I need to try to please my man. But that's what's about to happen.
Yeah,
it's going to be the defensive
we saying it all quick and fast in a hurry and without thinking. Like right now, we just saying we need to say this and we need to say that, but not necessarily saying it like that, and not necessarily saying it after y'all have already been together for.
How do you say it? Well, okay, you ain't tickling my balls. I really do want my balls tickled.
Yeah, and how do you think it's going to feel, for me to just have to not have that after a while, You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
I don't care.
How would you feel? How would you feel if I deprived you of something that makes you feel good? Like you really want me to do it, and I just flat out told you I'm not going to do it. How would that make you feel?
Like you don't give a damn.
You know, and that's the conversation.
You know what? You know what, KD?
What?
That's a lack of respect.
What?
That's a lack of respect. So you heard it right here on the Clinic Radio. If y'all women don't suck your man dick and he want his dick sucked, that's a lack of respect. You hear what this man wants. You feel me? Yeah, I mean. Yeah, you did. Hey, straight from KD and Larry motherfucking Kushingberry. Would you please say the motherfucker? And my doula dynamite on this motherfucker. You know what I mean? We all agree with that shit. Fuck that. It's highly disrespectful, actually. That shit is above and beyond.
All I know, for realistically though, if one won't, one will. That's the flat out truth.
Yeah. That was the sweetest line they ever had. What this one won't do, pimping another one will.
And sometimes, you know, sometimes when it comes to such shallow things as, you know, you leaving your mate to go elsewhere for something, sometimes you do need to keep pushing because. How is that
shallow though? Explain
it's shallow
that to me.
because
How is it shallow?
It can be shallow because, say for instance, you want something that like the sex is the bomb diggity, right? Like everything with the sex is the bomb diggity, except for one little thing, and you really love this person. I think it would be shallow, just like if that person got their legs shot off in a war to lead them just because they can't walk with two legs. It's shallow. Now, if you love this person and you having this conversation early on in the relationship to determine you're not compatible, no loss, because ain't no love, you know, it's just a talk. So I think that talk should.
The whole thing about this whole hookup was when you thinking about getting real serious with somebody, these were the actions she telling you that what you and your mate should discuss. So, yeah, this ain't after you've been 5 years, 10 years in, and you already been dealing with her not sucking your dick, and now you just about to go do your thing. No, y'all about to go get serious. I like to get my dick sucked because y'all telling what y'all like. Y'all talking about y'all sexual history. Y'all being open about y'all secrets. You know what I mean? That's what we was at. We was at the fetishes and the desires and fantasies.
So, and finding out y'all status together.
Right. We didn't.
Because anybody, I need to interject this. Women, men, y'all can ask all the motherfucking questions y'all want. Y'all could be Barbara Walters on the set if you want to, but a nigga ain't got to tell you the truth about shit, and neither does a female. So the best way to ensure that you starting whatever new and fresh with that person is to get tested once together and then 6 months later. And if you so desire, continue to do that until you feel comfortable, you know, until you feel comfortable not doing that. Because classes kept, no matter how long you be with somebody, they can always turn around and decide to be with somebody else. And that one little time they could be with somebody else unprotected, whether it's just a blowjob or whatever, it could kill you. So,
you know what I mean? So, with that being said, I mean, I guess basically, you know, not even doing it like, yeah, my mate cheating on me or nothing, but just male or female, just keep up with your shit. You know what I mean? Because actually that's the same thing that the lady said about, like, you know, every 6 months being tested. And I'm just going to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I hit that motherfucker, like, at least every year because you get a year free. I don't give a fuck where you at. I don't give a fuck what city you in. As long as you in the United fucking States. Whatever the fuck your community health care motherfucker is, you can go there and you can get free tests for everything and shit for free. You know what I mean? So I use them motherfuckers. I go every year. If I got something, I want to know. Nigga, if I got AIDS, I want to know because now it's time to do some shit I ain't never want to do, like bungee jumping. You know, just do whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? But shit, I want to know. Real fucking talk.
Right,
you know what I mean? Shit.
Right.
You know, my ex,
I want to truly see if I can get away with robbing a bank. That's what I would want to know. I just want to try it.
Right. You know what I mean? And what better time? You know what I mean?
What better fucking time?
You know, and this tie in a little bit where we was talking about the kind of, you got to give and give. You know what I mean? She also said you got to swap calendars. And what she meant by that was the same thing we talking about with the head or with the nigga, you know, eating the pussy, whatever the fuck it is. You got to kind of swap calendars. You got to kind of give a little. And this is what this woman said. This is like you know, big time woman. I wouldn't just like on any kind of site. I wouldn't like on thatpiff.com or what's that shit? Media Takeout or no shit like that. You know, it was some real deal.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I know. She like swap calendars, period. You know what I mean? Like, you might be let's say me and you dating, KD. You might be a morning person. I might be a night owl.